Good morning. Let me be the first one to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral. I'm Reverend REDFERN, and I am Spiritual Director here. And I am just so happy you decided to join us. We have some really special music today. We got a meditation, reading, all kinds of fun stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome to the center.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Sunday morning meditation with Centers for Spiritual Living. My name is Linda Lloyd. I'm a practitioner here at the center, and I am so very grateful for this beautiful day and for these precious moments to sit in the stillness together. This time of meditation is a very important time. Very important for our spiritual practice, for it's a time we get to reset, reboot, and if we're starting our day, a great time to anchor in spirit and the truth. As we all know, there are some crazy things going on in the world these days, and this time, right here, right now, as one of my teachers calls it, bum on cushion, is a time for us to commune with spirit, to get out of our heads, this beautiful intellect that we have. We spend so much time up in our heads as human beings that this practice of meditation, the state of meditation, or meditation is not actually a doingness. It's practicing just being and coming home. So that's what we're going to do right now, okay? So come on in. So find yourself a place where you can sit with your back straight and be still for the next few moments, as I'm going to guide you on a little centering guided meditation. So ever so slowly and gently, we begin to close our eyes and just becoming still, bringing our awareness inward to our inner sanctuary. As we become fully present to the presence, this beautiful breath of life that is breathing us. And we'll spend some time taking in some conscious breaths, just allowing to breathe in this breath of life, and allowing it to fill us as if filling a balloon, just filling us with this spirit energy. Just taking that in, and on the out breath, letting go of any stagnant energy, anything that is no longer serving us. Any worries, doubts, fears, anxieties. Just releasing it with the breath. And breathing in spirit. Revitalization. Inspiration. Fresh new thoughts. Fresh, clean energy. And breathing out the old, releasing whatever you're ready to let go of. And just anchoring in this time and space called now. Just breathing. Consciously moving out of the head down into the heart. And opening up the shutters of the heart. Just allowing every breath of energy to enter the heart space and fill it up with new revitalizing energy, breath by breath. letting go of everything that came before this moment, all anticipation of future moments. Just allowing ourselves to abide, to rest in this energy of life. This energy that is also love, peace, beauty, joy. Just allowing it to bring balance and order and harmony to this body temple, to our busy minds. And just allowing whatever thoughts want to come up. We're not trying to resist or stop or change anything. Just practicing allowing, letting, just being in love. In peace. In joy. Breathing in spirit consciously. Allowing it to fill us up with that love energy, that sacred vibration of life. Ever so slowly and gently, bringing your awareness back to the room, to the place you're sitting, and perhaps bringing back with you the intention to visit this place, this space of peace and love, beauty and joy again soon. Ever so slowly and gently, allow the eyes to open. So now that our hearts are wide open and available, our minds clear and refreshed, our bodies revitalized, we are ready for the day and ready to absorb this message, the rest of this service. So thank you for joining me. Namaste, peace, and infinite blessings. Have a great day.
Good morning, happy day, hello there, and welcome to this Sunday's presentation from the Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral, Florida. I'm Reverend David Renee Jennings. I'm an associate minister here.
And I'm VICKI Jennings. I'm music director.
Welcome home. We're so glad that you've chosen to spend some quality time this morning with your spiritual family.
Yeah, so we want you to know that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, we're so glad you chose to join us this morning.
Indeed, and as we begin, as usual, we like to start with a blessing. And this blessing, we will be blessing you, we'll be blessing ourselves, and through this blessing, everyone in our family, everyone who comes in contact with us will feel the love. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It goes like this. Welcome to the Centers for Spiritual Living. We know who you truly are. You are the spiritual image and likeness of God. We appreciate you, we love you, and we're grateful for you. So we're glad that you're with us, and we want you to stay tuned. There's going to be a reading and some music and an inspiring message coming right up.
Oh, I think we have Jana Stanfield this week.
Oh, she is wonderful. Wait till you hear Jana. You're going to enjoy that.
Enjoy the talk.
Have a good one. Be well. See you next week.
Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. matter where they come from. Doesn't matter what their name. Doesn't matter what they look like, or if they've been unjustly blamed. Doesn't matter how they're different. Doesn't matter how they pray. The only thing that really matters is that you love them anyway. Love them anyway, each and every day. No matter what they say, love them anyway. Love them anyway, each and every day. No matter what they say, love them anyway. Love them any way that you can, and you'll discover. Love them any way that you can, you'll find it's true. There is something deep within that you'll uncover, and that thing within is always loving you. Doesn't matter how they're different. Doesn't matter how they pray. The only thing that really matters is that you love them anyway. Doesn't matter if they're many or if they're standing all alone. It doesn't matter their advancement or if their tools are made of stone. It doesn't matter if they're richer. Doesn't matter if they're not. It doesn't matter if their homeland is freezing cold or blazing hot. Love them anyway, each and every day. No matter what they say, love them anyway. Love them anyway, each and every day. No matter what they say, love them anyway. Love them any way that you can, and you'll discover. Love them any way that you can, you'll find it's true. There is something deep within that you'll uncover, and that thing within is always loving you. Doesn't matter how they're different. Doesn't matter how they pray. The only thing that really matters is that you love them anyway. The only thing that really matters is that you love them anyway. Have a great day, everybody, and stay safe.
Good morning. Thank you for joining me. This is Valerie DAEDA for the Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral. It's my pleasure to do the reading and prayer for today. This month's theme is Listen to Your Heart, and this week is The Path Made Clear. So this reading is from notes provided by Corporate. When the vision is clear, the decision is easy. Surrender is the key. Let your faith be a lamp unto your feet. God goes before you and makes the crooked places straight. Open to divine guidance. Trust it. What is the Tao of your life? The Tao being the path or way. So I came upon a quotation by Albert Einstein, which I think is relevant to us today. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Interesting. So, when the vision is clear, the decision is easy. It's up to us to get clear. And we have spiritual practices, meditation and affirmative prayer, just to name a few, which assist us and getting clear. So we want to bring some questions, perhaps into the quiet. What is ours to be, do, or have? Where is our joy? How are we to express it? And then we need to trust the guidance that comes forth. For the law is a faithful servant as well. So taking this into prayer, if you'd like to close your eyes and just relax, I'm recognizing one power, one presence, one infinite divine intelligence. And that divine intelligence is the very essence of me. It is that divine spark, the divine spark that lives within me each and every moment. And I know this to be the truth for everyone. That divine spark is present. And as we acknowledge it, as we unify, we know that the life of God is being expressed. The life of God is being expressed in my life and in the life of everyone. So I know, in fact, that today is a beautiful day, a good day. I declare it to be so. And I bless all activities as they unfold in divine right time. So please join me in agreement in saying, and so it is. Thank you all. Namaste. And now, let us welcome Reverend Shell to the platform. Thank you.
Hey, good morning. So we are continuing today with the theme of Listen to Your Heart. And the actual talk title for today is The Path Made Clear. The Path Made Clear. So we're going to go back to where we started a couple weeks ago with that quote by Gary Zukav that's very, very powerful and has been kind of guiding me this month. The quote goes like this: when the energy of the soul is recognized, acknowledged, and valued, it begins to infuse the life of the personality. When the personality comes fully to serve the energy of the soul, that is authentic empowerment. Right? Okay. So the path made clear. How can we know when our heart is talking to us? Well, we've been talking about that in many ways this month, and here's yet another. I'm going to explore 3 things today, and that is splintered personality, intention, and choice. Splintered personality, intention, and choice. So I'm going to start today with the story that I told. I don't know if you saw my prayer and reading yesterday from Mark Nepo, my favorite, as you know. Mark told the story about a young man named Roy, and Mark was walking home from school, and across the street, this young man named Roy, who he didn't like, was walking as well. And Mark had been in a place of joy of being out of school and just feeling great about walking and being outside. And then he just stumbled upon Roy there across the street, and his whole attitude shifted. It changed. All at once, he had to be walking faster than Roy. He had to beat Roy to the corner for no good reason, really, just because. And so he picked up his pace, and Roy picked up his pace, and then Mark picked up his pace, and Roy picked up his pace. And before he knew it, they were both running to the corner. Why? Because, you know? Now here is a place, Mark had been in a place of joy, of just being in the moment, of experiencing life, just expanding from him, until an outer circumstance took him right out of that peace and into competition kind of space with Roy for no reason. This happens with us sometimes. And this is an example where the personality is not in support of that soul, right? It's where there's a divide. So that begins to inform what I'm talking about when I'm talking about splintered personality. There are like 2 sides of us. There's 2 opinions going on in us. Often, right? You can hear the two voices going on. So it's really, really important to become aware of these voices, to listen to these voices, discern what they're saying to you, and then make choices from a different kind of awareness. So that's what today is about. Now, Gary Zukav says that every experience and every change in your experience reflects an intention behind that experience. An intention is not only a desire, but it is desire coupled with will. Now, if we desire something, that's not enough to change it. We can desire to have a change in a relationship. We can desire to have a change in our workforce. We can desire to have any kind of change. Desire is not enough to change anything. We have to have desire coupled with will. And desire, again, coupled with will is intention. In addition to this, we have to understand where that intention is based, what that intention is. So for example, say you're in a marriage or a relationship and there is a desire to change the relationship. You're not happy in the relationship. There's absolutely a desire to change the relationship. Well, that desire can go one of two ways, that are probably a multiplicity of ways, but here are two, okay? One of the desires could be that the changes be harmonious and based in joy, and that things are resolved, and that there's a closeness that develops. But the other side of that could be that there is a desire for things to come to an end. Now, whichever one of these desires you have is going to inform the intention, right? So what impact does that have? If we have a desire for a harmonious change in a relationship, suddenly we're making ourselves available to see places where this can happen, right? We're going to see the others as stepping forward. We're going to create a space where there can be harmony. We're going to go out of our way to create the harmony and so on. Where consciously or unconsciously we want the relationship to end, we're going to start to find reasons for it to end. We're going to create reasons for it to end, and it might be at a very subconscious level, right? This doesn't necessarily mean that this is happening on a conscious level at all. And the other thing with wanting it to end is we're going to become very restless. Now think of the energy of harmony and think of the energy of restless. And think that with our intention, we are bringing one of those two energies to a situation, right? Well, that's going to create the outcome. And it's really important that we understand what our intention is. Here's the rub. And here's what splintered personality is about. We can have both of those intentions going on inside of us at the same time. We can, in our hearts of hearts, know that the relationship has to end. We can know that in our gut. And in our head, our personality, we might say, I want this to be harmonious. I want this to work out. I want this, So now we've got a tug of war going on, splintered personality, or it could be the opposite. That in our head, we're going, I just don't even want to do this anymore. And in our heart of hearts, we know that this is a good situation. And if we would just respond differently or let ourselves be vulnerable, that the relationship would be great. It happens a lot that there are two conflicting intentions or splitting of our personality going on with us, not knowing which way to go, what intention to have. And that makes life very, very hard. So what happens when our intention is split like that? Well, we're not in alignment. And so what's not in alignment? Our values. Our values are not in alignment. Our value, I think figuring out what your values are is one of the most important things. I've been, as you know, doing a lot of Brene Brown work, and she suggests that we know what our two core values are Because if we understand what our 2 core values are, we will understand from where we make every single decision in our life. They inform our perceptions of life, our 2 core values. And she says, narrow it down to 2. Is that easy to do? No, it's really difficult to do, but do it. Do it. I can tell you that my 2 core values are equality and loving relationships. Those are my 2 core values, equality and loving relationships. So if there's anything that threatens equality, I don't like it. If there's anything that would pull me away from loving relationships, I don't like it, and I respond accordingly. You know, and when you get to know me, you go, oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So values become out of alignment if we're in a splintered personality situation. Perceptions then are also out of alignment. So you think about it, and if your conscious mind is saying, I want this to be harmonious, but your subconscious mind is saying, I want this to end, your perception of what's going on out there is going to be all over the place. That leads to such inner confusion. So you can see where all of this is playing together, right? And all of this informs what? Our behaviors. All of this can act as predictors for what our behaviors are going to be in this situation. So it's going to be up, down, in, out, all over the place, right? Because we are splintered in our approach. Here's the thing. Splintered personality happens because we don't have a full awareness of our entire self. In other words, the personality could be much louder than the soul. The voice of this personality can tend to be a lot louder or demand our attention a lot more than the voice of the soul. And there are parts of ourselves that we don't necessarily want to acknowledge. It's why we really encourage shadow work here at the center, getting to know the side of yourself that you feel a great deal of shame around. There is part of you that somewhere in your history you were taught was horrible. I'm here to tell you it's not. It's just part of you. And so once we can acknowledge and know what these shadow sides are, we can fully incorporate and actually use the strength, the power, the reason that that part of our personality is there. So for example, judgment might be part of your shadow self. Well, judgment used correctly is discernment. They are 2 different things, but they're really 2 sides of the same coin, aren't they? Judgment and discernment. So by doing shadow work and getting to know the parts of ourselves that we are shameful about, we can actually incorporate those parts of ourselves into our full personality, into the full knowledge of who we are, and become far more powerful and move in the world in a different way. We don't have to hide any part of ourselves. We can acknowledge each and every part of ourselves, because each and every part of ourselves is here in support of the soul. So the goal is to know and understand these different parts so that our soul is supported. That's what this whole month has been about, right? Listening to our heart, acknowledging the soul, and allowing that to come forward. So there really is no way to have a clear path if we have a splintered personality, is there? Because we don't know which part of us is talking. We don't know if the voice is that of the soul or if it is that of the personality. Until we can fully acknowledge who we are as a personality, then we can fully listen to the soul and move in support of it. So now our third point is choices. You cannot choose your intentions consciously until you are aware of the different aspects of yourself. That's what we were just saying with the intentions. Now, what you'll find is that if you don't know, where your intentions are coming from, you consciously want your life to move in one direction and you will see it moving in another. If you consciously want your life to move in one direction, or you consciously want something in your life to shift in one direction and it's moving in another, guess what? Your intentions are not in alignment, and there's something that's there for you to uncover and understand. So your life will reveal to you where your intentions are off, where there are two intentions going on. Consciously, you want to do this, and your life is revealing that. You're making choices that you think are leading to this, and your life is revealing that. It would be an indicator that there are two things going on, and it's time to take some time, go within, do some meditating, do some journaling, and finding out what's underneath the intentions. Because I think you're going to find that subconsciously there's something pulling at you and pulling in that other direction, and it's pulling hard. All right? So the splinter personality, it's difficult for the splinter personality to become whole, because wholeness is often part of what's going on as something that needs to be revealed and healed, right? We can think of ourselves as lacking in many, 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 many ways. And those lacking motivations, those lacking intentions, will create the choices that we're making in life. And so it's important to take a look at what's going on out here, the circumstance, the result, and understand where the intentions are out of alignment. Once we're in alignment and we have healed the splintered personality, we can make responsible choices. Responsible choices. Now, responsible choice is the conscious road to authentic empowerment. Responsible choices are they're the conscious road to authentic empowerment. As soon as we can get an intention clear and a single intention clear, then we can make responsible choices, because we're making it not from a splintered self, but from a whole self. Now, the responsible choices takes into account the consequences for each choice before it's made. And what will this choice produce? Do I really want to create that? Living from the soul will always reflect a desire for loving kindness, compassion, always, always, always. Is the choice I'm making reflecting that value structure? Or is it reflecting in potentially a need for power, a need to take over, a need to hide? So responsible choices will always, always reflect living from the soul. Love, compassion, joy. One of my favorite things, Malika Davi, one of the practitioners here at the center, she always looks for what she calls a full body yes. And I think a full body yes when making choices is a fantastic place to start, of looking at where your intentions are. With every single choice that Malika makes, she wants it to be a full body yes, which means often she'll say, you know what, I need to take that into meditation and prayer, and I will let you know in the next day or two what my decision is, but I want a full body yes before I commit to this. I honor that in Malika, and I think it's a wonderful practice. So what is a full body yes? That means when you ask yourself a question, do I want to go to A or B? Do I want to do this or that? Your entire self, and you can feel when your entire self is in, and you can also feel when there's something over here going, I don't know about that, right? That is the splintering of the personality, and it means that there are two intentions that are going to go on. And it means that that thing's going to be divided, and you might want to go this way and you're going to go that way, right? So listen to that. Listen to that and create a place where you can be in a full body yes or a full body no. It could be a full body no, and that's perfectly fine. Or if there's any dissension, then it should not be a yes. That means that there's something that's not in place that needs to be in place before this can happen, right? So, I know you're all wondering, as always, what would Ernest Holmes say, right? Today I'm going to read to you from this thing called You. There is a stream of life running into every organ and function of your being. This stream is always there. It never stops for a second. If it did, the universe would cease to exist. Inexhaustible energy exists at the center of your being. Therefore, learn to live without effort. Isn't that a great place to be? Activity is the joy of life flowing through you. Since no two persons are alike, there must be a unique place for you in the scheme of things. The divine pattern would be imperfect without you. Dare to be yourself. Stand in wonder before the majesty and might, the beauty and power of that divine presence which seeks expression through your individual life. Accept all the good that there is. He says it wonderfully, doesn't he? We need to understand and listen to a splintering of our intention. And we need to build choices from a clear, single intention. The intention of our soul. That, my friends, is when the personality comes in service of the soul. How about we take this into prayer? I know there is one power, one presence, one life. That life is perfect. We are in that life, existing as that life, right here, right now. There's no division between us and that which is seeking to emerge as us. All one thing going on right here. Now I know that starting this moment, we are becoming great listeners to that which is seeking to express as it only can through each and every one of us. That our intentions become very clear. Our choices are in alignment with the clear intention of our soul. That we are experiencing more love, peace, joy, and abundance of all kinds as these intentions, choices unfold with the grace and ease that can only be God coming into fruition. For this and so much more, I am so very grateful and thankful. I turn this day over and let it be. All is well. I'm getting better every single second. So let's anchor this together by saying, and so it is. So be it. Happy Sunday, everybody. See you next week.
Hi, my name is Pam Lambert, and I'm a member of the Leadership Council. And today is, right now is the opportunity in our celebration that we have to practice the law of circulation. We are a tithing community, and for the rest of this quarter and the next, we will be supporting the Cape Coral Caring Center. We've determined that that's where the biggest need and the most benefit we could give the county. So part of your donation will be going to there this quarter and next. So now for our affirmation. Today, I know that the activity of divine abundance is at work in my life and the life of this center. And there are many ways we can give our donation today. We can text our donation, and that phone number is on the screen. You can hit the donate button on our web page or our Facebook page, or you can send a check to Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral, at 406 Southeast 24th Avenue, Cape Coral, Florida, 33990. And as a board member, my very favorite way that you can give is to sign up for an automated payment from your bank or through our Breeze church management system. And don't forget to register Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral as your designated charity on your Smile Amazon page so that they can have the opportunity to give to us also. Now, please join me in gratitude for these gifts. Divine love through me blesses each gift and each giver. I know that each gift multiplies, pressed down and overflowing. I know that all that has been given here circulates to do great work within this spiritual community and in our community of Lee County. In gratitude, I release these words, and so please join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you so much.
As I sit in quiet solitude, knowing my oneness with all that is divine, I release all thoughts that are not gratitude, and I appreciate the gifts that I know are mine. The meditative state that comes over me helps me to be at peace within my mind, releasing thoughts that are not serving me, knowing that what I seek I will surely find. Recognition, knowing oneness, affirmation of all that is true, giving thanks and then releasing, that is all that is mine to do. As I look back along the path that's brought me here, following the twists and turns throughout my life, what I thought was negative has turned into positive. What I thought was darkness has turned into light. Teachers came into my life along the way. When I was ready, they just appeared. Taught me how to live by the way that they live themselves, and how to release those things that I thought I feared. Recognition, knowing oneness, affirmation of all that is true, giving thanks and then releasing, that is all that is mine to do. As I sit in quiet solitude, knowing my oneness with all that is divine, I release all thoughts that are not gratitude, and I appreciate the gifts that I know are mine. I appreciate all the gifts that I know are mine.
And now it's time to stand in the light. When we stand in the light, we stand knowing the truth about a situation, what we'd like to see unfold. So I'm standing in the light for each and every one of you, knowing that each and every intention is clear as a bell, that we can tune in to that soul, the voice of the soul speaking to us, And the result is more harmony, more peace, more joy, more prosperity than ever. I invite you to write your intention, your standing in the light intention, in the comment box. If you're in YouTube, there's one there. If you're in Facebook, there's one there. Or you can visit our website at cslcapecoral.org and leave a prayer request, and we will definitely hold your intention with you through this week. So let me speak a short blessing over all of these intentions. I know right here and now that every single intention here has been heard. It has been heard. It is anchored in the truth of Spirit, of God, of law, and is unfolding with great grace, ease, joy, and poise right here and now. For this, I am grateful and thankful. So let's anchor this with saying, and so it is. So be it. Well, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being with us today. We do appreciate it. You know, I said earlier during my talk that I'd see you next week, but well, you'll see me at beginning and end, but we have a special guest speaker next week. So join us right here again. Stay tuned. Take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.